so much for coming out and joining us today. Sasha is our 24-year-old American black bear. He's been with us since he was 3 months old. His mother was a coach in Montana. He was lucky enough to have actually been found. Authorities were able to go out, pick him up, to bring him all the way out here to Arizona. Over 100 bear cubs every year are orphaned. Either their moms are poached, hit by cars, die of disease, or someone just finds a lost bear cub. So all of those bears need to find a home. They actually are very hard to rehabilitate and re-release out into the wild because they are so smart.
What is that,
They're
Mama?
only considered a high nuisance animal. Because of their intelligence and their great sense of smell, they tend to come into human settlements very commonly. In the wild, black bears eat grasses, nuts, tubers, berries, things like that. If they're lucky enough to come across a well-stocked lake or something, they might eat some trout. They might eat a deer carcass, but for the most part, black bears are actually more of an herbivore. However, they would much rather be eating pizza and donuts, which humans have plenty of, and typically throw right into their trash cans. So a lot of bears end up getting into trouble by becoming nuisance animals that way. And unfortunately, once a bear becomes a nuisance animal, that bear typically does end up being euthanized. So if you were to take a young bear, raise it in human care, and then release it, its chances of becoming a nuisance bear are almost 100%. So if a bear cannot find a home when they're young, that bear ends up being euthanized. There are a lot of bear cubs every year that are euthanized. So a lot of zoos and sanctuaries, if you see black bears, a lot of those guys are rescued from the wild. So you can see Sasha has a pretty big sweet tooth. I'm going to be putting plenty of fruit out for him. 24 is fairly old for a black bear, and he was diagnosed with liver cancer a few years ago. So comfortable, also to keep some arthritis down because of his old age.
Wow.
Whoa. So all this stuff is, most of it's donated from local grocery stores. We're very fortunate that a lot of the food that's considered expired is actually still good, even though the date says it's bad. So they'll give it to us. We can sort through it, see what's good, see what's bad, and actually feed a lot of that to our animals. It helps us a lot because food bills get very large when you have about 200 animals. So Shash is very pig, like to eat on the ground. So this is basically his golden corral buffet here. When he was younger, what we do for our younger bears, we hide the food around. Obviously in the wild, they're not going to have a plate put out in front of them for them to just sit at and enjoy every single day. They have to go out and forage for it. They spend most of their time every day doing that if they're not looking for a mate. So they'll wander around looking for food. So Shash, if we were to put his food around any farther than about that log right there, he doesn't care.